Hello, this is Brian. Today is Tuesday, July 12th, 2022. I am parked here on Mount Brundage Avenue in Claremont Mesa, San Diego. I'm getting ready to hike the Tecolote Canyon Trail from the east end of Tecolote Canyon. So here's the staging sign right here. It's right next to this school right here on Mount Brundage Avenue. So now, my intent is to link down into the canyon. Lots of very large scrub oaks up here. I remember a video I did on the 28th talking about jade plant and the crassula plant, the jade plant. You can see it's quite it's spreading quite voraciously here. This is that crassula plant I was talking about. It's called jade plant, common ornamental here in Southern California, in these mild places. But look at how much it is spreading here. You can tell it's all red and kind of shriveled up because it's so dry, and that's its adaptation, of course. But it's amazing. There's a lot of it here, actually, all under these shrubs here. Some of them are underneath the scrub oak here. There's a lot of jade plant in here, actually. Seems like they prefer to be under the shade of our chaparral species here. There's a lot of it over here. Look at these scrub oaks on this ridge line here. It's beautiful. Look at that. There's a lot of jade plant growing here. Never seen so much. But again, a piece of a plant breaks off, it'll take root in the soil and become another plant. Alright, so what I need to do is head west in Tecolote Canyon, which is roughly this way. So I'm going to find the trail that heads down into the canyon, and eventually my way over. Yeah, see, I did a small two-part video set earlier today. I was over on that side over there. I could kind of see where I was coming from. I was actually heading towards this way, but I kind of ran into an area that was a little sketchy for me to try to jump down and I think I got to somewhere about down there. That's when I came from Mount Alifan. I could see the Aleppo pine that was above me. I could see the eucalyptus trees there. So let's see. Just gotta find the trail to get down here. Well marked. Sometimes you gotta kind of look around a little bit. Let's see. I think this is gonna be. There's more jade plant down here. Yeah, this doesn't appear to be the trail. Gotta kind of look around a little bit. Ooh, a wood rat nest. Look at that. Big old pile of twigs at the base of the scrub oaks. So, even this close to a suburban area, really can get some neat stuff. I'm looking for the trail to get down this. Let's see if I can find it. Sometimes it takes a little used to. Yeah. So I just put the sunscreen on because it's going to be a bright sunny day today. Over here probably be in the mid-70s, like around 76 probably. Close to the ocean. Alrighty. Beautiful Mission Manzanita. Just trying to see where the trail is. Monkey flower. Quite overgrown over here, actually. Let's see. I should be heading downhill. towards the bottom of the canyon. Let's see if this does go that way. Sometimes you gotta look around a little bit. Yeah, some of these scrub oaks kind of look like they're wind trimmed here on the exposed ridge. Okay, here's something going down canyon. But yeah, I did explore that portion of the canyon over there. You can see the trail down there. Actually, I think I might be heading right back to a spot I was already in, because it's starting to look familiar again. I think I remember seeing the fence up there. Let's see. Well, I'll know if I end up. I think I'm in the same spot. This looks familiar. Yeah, it's one of those trails. Interesting. So, I just came in from a further back spot. It's starting to look very familiar again. Yep. So, I ended up going around this bend here. Yeah, I remember that little Canary Island pine over there. Huh. So I kind of ended up back in the same spot. I was hoping this would take me further back so I didn't have to do that sketchy little jump off there. If I can see my footprints here. Because this is where I came. This is just where I came down right now. Right by that laurel sumac up there. So yeah, I ended up right back in the same spot. Interesting. Let's go explore a little bit on towards the top of the mesa. But yeah, I can see my footprints from earlier. Yep, knew it looked familiar. That figures. Look at that laurel sumac. Nice one. Nice sized one. Well, what I might do instead is just go down Mount Acadia Boulevard, hike from Mount Acadia to Balboa. Might just do that. You can't really get in on Balboa unless you walk down Balboa Avenue. Which is kind of sketchy, actually. It's high-speed traffic there. Gotta stop for a nice breath of fresh air. Look at how started looking familiar once I got down to about this part here. I was thinking, I wonder if this is going to meet up with the stretch I already hiked. And voila, it sure did. Pretty funny, actually. So, beautiful over here, though. Look at this. But yeah, there's a lot of jade plant here. A lot of it. Yeah. Wow. I don't think they ever produce fertile seed out here. I've seen them with little white star-shaped flowers. You'll see that. Ooh, an orange-throated whiptail. And a sidebox lizard. Wow. There was a small orange-throated whiptail going right in there. I don't know if the camera was able to pick it up because it was a really small specimen. Seems like this would be a good place to do some herping too. This chemise right here looks almost intermediate between the coastal blunt leaf one, obtusifolium variant, and the regular fasciculatum variant. This one seems to be kind of intermediate. Leaves are a little bit longer, but still got a little fleshiness on them. There's jade plants everywhere over here. Look at this lemonade sumac. Wow. Right here in the scrub oak thicket. I love the architecture of chaparral shrubs. They're just so fascinating. So I spend a lot of time talking and filming them. I just find them so fascinating to look at. Just look at this. It's Mission Manzanita. See where its roots meet down for a huge root burrow. This is why I think the coastal chaparral is some of the neatest. Our southern maritime chaparral. It's just so neat. It's just so much, so picturesque. Look at this beautiful scrub oak right here. This is another Quercus dumosa. Love the architecture of these shrubs, especially here. Some of them are just really upright and kind of arborescent, and some of them are just so low and flat. A little scrub oak leaf. Look at this. Here's a great example right here. This is awesome. Look at this. Here's a small lemonade sumac right here, Rus integrifolia. Then, look at this. This is an older scrub oak. Just look at the architecture. There's a big lignotuber under there. So this right here and that right there all come from the same lignotuber. But just look at the branches. This is why I find chaparral so fascinating, especially when it's really mature and tall, like a lot of these guys are. So you can really see the intricate structure of the branches here. It just really fascinates me, and that's why I spend a lot of time talking about chaparral shrubs. Because as common as chaparral is in California, it's one of the leading forms of vegetation here in the state of California, period. It's just, there's just so much in it because there's so many different species that call the chaparral home, and that includes flora and fauna. Flora being these mighty, beautiful shrubs. Look at the canopy of this thing. This just blows my mind. And yes, that's why I keep blabbing about this stuff, because it just feels so awesome. And this one's obviously tall enough to give you some nice cool shade. Well, it's not really hot out or anything, but it's just, I just love the architecture of these plants. And also goes for these lemonade sumacs. Lemonade sumacs can assume some pretty crazy gnarly shapes as well. If you ever get to see some mature stands on a slope in coastal sage scrub and chaparral, you'll really get an appreciation for how intricate the structures are. So here we are, right next to the street, just a few feet away from a populated residential area. We got this awesomeness here that just makes it so cool over here. And no, that's not a Mojave yucca. That's not a native yucca. Right? I think that's either Yucca aloifolia, Yucca gloriosa. It's one of those types that are planted ornamentally here. But yeah, here you can get really good views of the Mesa Canyon topography. Ooh, look at chamise seedlings. Oh yeah. But you can see how really neat these urban canyons are. And yes, the more I film them, the more I'm going to say it. And you can see here, right below the school here, you can see tangles of scrub oaks, lemonade sumacs, and of course on this side, more chamise over here on the near the top of the mesa. We've got a lot of young chamise around here too. Right there, those are younger chamise. So I don't think that fire was a factor. Normally, either the flames, heat, or the smoke charate from the burning plant tissues and stuff would be what would get these plants to germinate, the chamise. And in fact, I've done an experiment on chamise by burning duff, then putting the chamise seeds in, and then burning the duff with the chamise seeds in it, and both yielded some germination. But the ones where I burnt the duff in the soil and then put the seeds in seemed to work the most. There goes another. Ooh, what's that? Another juvenile lizard. Ooh. I'm noticing a lot of baby lizards lately. Usually, I don't think their hatching is usually. I didn't think it was until late summer, early fall. There's a juvenile side blotch lizard right there. A little baby, not even an inch and a half long. I'm trying to see if I can see it. There it goes. Wow, is it fast? That's a juvenile side blotch lizard right there. It's a tiny little thing. Look at that. Love seeing the little babies. That is awesome. I've been seeing more juvenile lizards lately. Look at this. Look at this little guy. This is a little juvenile Udastansburiana elegans. A little side blotch lizard baby. Look how close I can get to it. That is so cool. Last time I was in Tecolote Canyon, I saw a couple of juvenile western fence lizards. But yeah, I mean, back to what I was talking about. You got some good views down on the canyon here. Of course, that's where I did my 2 video clips over there. So I'm just going to add this. I'm going to add this one to that video set. I'm going to add this clip to it. So this will be a part 3. But yeah, coastal chaparral. It's quite an amazing place to be. It really is. It's fascinating. It's interesting. The more time you spend here, the more you'll appreciate it. I know that's a fact for me. The more I come here, the more I like it. Not to say I didn't like it when I first came to it, but just look at that. And it's so close to people's homes. If you live across the street or down the road, how can you not want to come here all the time? Well, I think I'm going to close this out with a look at this large California sagebrush. It's taller than me. Artemisia californica. Occasionally these things can get quite tall. Kind of looks dusky and grayish, brownish green because it's kind of in a state of stasis. In other words, it's kind of dormant. Still got live tissue, of course, but it's kind of dormant for the drought season. But this will do it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on another adventure.